Hello, good afternoon everyone. Next, I'll present the research titled Hydrocarbonization of PEAR set waste for the removal of cadmium and lead from water. In this study, PEAR sets with and without oil were used for the synthesis of hydrocarbonization, which were tested for cadmium and lead absorption, obtaining absorption capacities of 18.3 milligrams per gram of cadmium and 47.7 milligrams per gram for lead. The absorbents were then characterized using different techniques before and after absorption in order to propose the possible absorption mechanisms involved.
In Mexico, prickly pear production is reported at 446,000 tons per year, of which 10% of the weight is obtained as waste seeds. These seeds are used in oil extraction, generating oil-free seeds. These seeds, with and without oil, can be used as biomass in the synthesis of biosorbents and used in the removal of different contaminants in water. The methodology used to meet the objectives of this research involved using prickly pear seeds from prickly pear pulp and seeds from oil extraction by pressing and hexane. The biosorbents were prepared by hydrothermal carbonization under these conditions, and then the ability of the biosorbents to remove cadmium and lead from water was evaluated, determining their absorption capacity. Finally, the different physicochemical and textural properties of the adsorbents were determined, and the possible absorption mechanisms involved were proposed. The results obtained in the adsorption and isotherms of cadmium show a greater absorption capacity in the hydrocarbonized seeds, mainly in the seeds pressed at pH 7, compared to the untreated seeds. Meanwhile, for lead, hydrocarbonization decreased the lead absorption capacity of the raw seeds, with the seeds with oil at pH 5 showing the best results. Micrographs and EDS analysis of oil-containing seeds and their hydrocarbonized counterparts showed mainly morphological changes, while cadmium and lead-saturated seeds allowed the presence of these metals on their surface to be identified. Pressed seed biosorbents show a more pronounced deposit of CD, which may be related to the higher amount of calcium on the surface of the hydrocarbonized seeds. The FTR analysis allows the attenuation of phenolic, carbonyl, and hydroxyl group bands to be identified, as well as an increase in bands around 1350 cm, 1 wavelength, corresponding to cadmium and lead. Regarding the characterization of biosorbents, the seeds showed a main difference in the initial oil content, relating the higher amount of oil to a lower yield in the synthesis of hydrocarbonized material. The number of active sites available, mainly acidic, increased after hydrocarbonization, particularly phenolic sites. In addition, the specific area of the biosorbents benefited from oil extraction. The stability of these materials, determined by thermogravimetric analysis, showed 2 degradation substages, between 200 and 500 degrees Celsius for raw seeds, while for hydrocarbonized seeds it was between 247 and 416 degrees Celsius. Obtained, the possible mechanisms involved in cadmium absorption could be complexation and ion exchange, while for lead, these mechanisms are also involved in the interaction of functional groups on the surface of biosorbents with contaminants.
Thus, it can be concluded that the absence of oil in the sets increased the textural properties of the bioabsorbents and the efficiency of hydrocarbonization synthesis. In addition, the hydrocarbonization of the sets increased the available acid sites, increased the available area, and decreases the degradation temperature range. The absorption capacity of cadmium and lead is enhanced by the presence of oil in the sets. Finally, raw PEAR sets can be used as a lead biosorbents, while hydrocarbonization improves their cadmium absorption capacity. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a great day.